Hello everyone, welcome to Chandigarh Civil Services Academy's YouTube channel. So in this video, we are going to talk about diversity and discrimination. So we all know a famous phrase, which is that India has unity in diversity. So we are going to see what this diversity is all about. Are there any drawbacks of having diversity in a country? And what is discrimination? How can a person be discriminated against? So these are some of the aspects which we are going to explore in this video. This is important from main's point of view. We have a short subject of called social issues. In that, this topic is very relevant, which is diversity and discrimination. So let's discuss how India is a diverse country. जो वर्ल्ड के 8 मेजर रिलीजन्स हैं उसमें every single one is practiced in India and 1600 languages इंडिया में बोली जाती हैं जो कि लोगों की मातृभाषाएं हैं. There are 1600 such languages. Greater than 100 dance forms. So like this, there are many examples which can prove that India is a very diverse country. But is this diversity celebrated enough? So the answer is no. There are certain aspects of Indian society where prejudices are made, where stereotypes are created. So the words I'm using right now, we are going to define them properly. So let's define what is prejudice. Prejudice is judging other people negatively or seeing them as inferior. Let's say a person belonging to a certain caste system, a certain caste, he looks down upon the person of another caste. So this is a prejudice that he is practicing. Similarly, a person with a certain color looking down upon person with certain other color. So that is a kind of prejudice that he is practicing. So there are many examples like this where we can say that prejudice happens. Now another word which I used was stereotype. Now what is stereotype? When we were small, we heard certain people in our neighborhood saying that boys don't do this way or girls behave a certain way. So these kind of statements made by the society where they fix people into one image, that is called a stereotype. So जो stereotypes create हो जाते हैं वो लोगों की natural talents को देखने से मना ही कर देते हैं. See, for example, a boy is very fond of doing embroidery. So that person, he is not valued for that. Why? Because certain other hobbies are considered apt for boys. So these are certain stereotypes that society has created. I hope the definition of stereotype is clear to you all. A stereotype prevents us from looking at people the way they really are. So I hope both the definitions are clear. And now we are going to look at how these things cater to discrimination. When we look at the bigger picture, all these prejudices and stereotypes contribute to discrimination. When people act on their prejudice, when people act on their stereotypes, this leads to discrimination. When they're having it in their head and not acting upon it, it's not discrimination. But when they have this in their mind that this person of a certain caste is below me, and this kind of prejudice a person is carrying in his head, and he stops that person to enter into his house or offer him water, that is discrimination. He has acted upon his prejudice. Similarly, let's say for example a stereotype is in someone's mind that a certain job is for a boy, not a girl. A man can do this job, a female cannot do this job. This thing is only in his mind, he's not acting upon it. This is not leading to discrimination. But if that person makes an appointment considering this thought process and he rejects a woman based on this stereotype, then it is discrimination. Let's say a driver's vacancy is there and a person is rejected. Why? Because she's a female. Then this stereotype is leading to discrimination because it's acted upon. So when people act on their prejudice and stereotypes, this leads to discrimination and inequality as well. There are certain other reasons also of inequality. First is diversity. We all say that India is famous for unity in diversity. Yes, but diversity has also lead to inequality. There are let's say for example a person from a certain culture, he gets very nervous or finds it hard to gel up with a certain group having other culture, and he's not able to fit in. And why? Because that group is mocking his culture or mocking his way of living. So that kind of thing, when that happens, it leads to inequality. So diversity does lead to inequality. Secondly, when a person is poor, he is not able to avail certain kind of education system, or he is not able to afford certain things, it will lead to inequality. Second reason is inequality based on economic grounds. Third reason is certain type of work value is valued more than the others. So this is one important aspect of a system called caste system, which is ingrained in Indian society. So कास्ट सिस्टम में लोगों को एक लैडर पर प्लेस कर दिया जाता है जहाँ की कुछ लोग ऊपर हैं और कुछ नीचे हैं. So that kind of thing, when that happens, it leads to inequality. Certain people, उनका जो वर्क एरिया है वो डिफाइंड है कि they can only do this. So जो कास्ट सिस्टम है उसके अंदर ये चीजें प्रैक्टिस की जाती हैं कि कुछ कैटेगरी के लोग ही वो गार्बेज उठाएंगे, कुछ कैटेगरी के लोग ही मैन होल्स में जाकर साफ सफाई करा करेंगे. सो दीज काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स व्हेन दे आर प्रैक्टिस्ड इन इंडियन सोसाइटी, दिस लीड्स टू इनइक्वालिटी. एंड अनटचेबिलिटी जो है, दिस इज वन एग्जाम्पल विच इज वन एक्चुअली अ कॉन्सिक्वेंस ऑफ कास्ट सिस्टम. इंडियन सोसाइटी में जो अनटचेबल्स हैं उनको दलित बोला जाता है एंड दलित, but in the Indian constitution they are referred to as scheduled castes. What does Dalit mean? Dalit means broken. They call themselves that because they have been broken by certain social norms. So these are some of the reasons which lead to inequality. But what have we done about these things? Fine, inequality happens. बट इक्वालिटी को इंश्योर करने के लिए हमारा जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है उसमें कौन से प्रोविजंस हैं? देयर आर मेनी प्रोविजंस विच टेक केयर ऑफ इक्वालिटी, एंड इक्वालिटी इज अ की वैल्यू इन आवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. हमारा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन अनटचेबिलिटी को बैन करता है, एंड अ पर्सन इज फ्री टू चूज द काइंड ऑफ वर्क ही वांट्स टू डू. गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स आर ओपन फॉर ऑल, एंड आवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, उस प्रियम्बल में ही एक वर्ड यूज किया गया है सेक्युलर, वेयर ऑल द स्टेट डू नॉट हैव अ रिलीजन ऑफ इट्स ओन, इट वैल्यूज ऑल द रिलीजन्स इक्वली. बट क्या इक्वालिटी वाले प्रोविजंस लिखने से कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में इक्वालिटी इंश्योर हो जाती है? नो. वी हैव, इक्वालिटी इज अ वैल्यू दैट वी हैव टू कीप स्ट्राइविंग फॉर, वी हैव टू कीप वर्किंग फॉर इट. So I hope all these concepts are clear to you all. Any other suggestions are welcomed in the comment section below. Thank you, everyone.